There we go. Sorry I'm a little bit late, everyone. I literally was just getting the stream started. Yeah. Well, it's my birthday today. Um, yeah. Yeah. Anyone there? No. Of course. No one is. Hey, everyone. Sorry, I was literally just sending out a notification to some of the friends. Yeah. Hello, Whiter Wester, if I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, thank you, Andy. Hello, Jackal. Yeah, yeah, thank you. No, no. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, sorry I got a little bit late. I've been just kind of setting everything up and getting ready. Um, had to work on a few things and get everything kind of just running. Yeah. No. Yeah. If anyone wants to for my birthday gift me anything, I do have a whole bunch of links below. Um, very much appreciated. I also have a PO box if anyone wishes to send me anything they made. That's all. Should be all down there. Um, yeah. But yeah, I also have my yeah, Discord as well. What was that setting I needed to change? That one. There we go. Now I know if people join me or not. Yeah. But thank you, anyways, to everyone for just being here, nonetheless, if anything. I appreciate you all. Yeah. And to anyone that doesn't know this world, it's literally a PS2 game that I used to play when I was younger. Occasionally, I still do play it on an emulator. Um, it's an old Ratchet and Clank game. It's the first one, and the fact that someone uploaded the entire world to VR chat is impressive. Yeah, but yeah, Kit may be on later. Um, he said he had to do some important stuff, so yeah, fair enough. He's just doing his stuff. I'll send him a message in a bit to see how he's doing, and if he decides to join us, then hooray! Controller do it. I have no clue why it does that. There should be no reason for it to do that. Bah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Definitely going to be building. Yeah. A few things. I do have plans on something though. I am going to be working on another video. That video, well, that damn elevator just took off of me. Is going to be of a kind of like how long I've been in this fandom at this point. I've been in this fandom for like probably over 2 years now. 3 years? Was it 4? Oh, there's Kit. He just joined. Hey, bud.
Well, that was weird. I spawned with your beans in my face.
God damn it.
Also, come here. Yum.
Hugs.
Hug. Yum.
It's good to see you, bud.
Happy birthday. Yum. I told you. I told you I'd try to make it.
That's all good. Yeah, I knew you were busy with some stuff. Yeah, I was actually about to
Oh,
message
I got
you.
some errands.
Yeah.
I actually got some errands that needed to be done, but thankfully all of them got done before. So,
That's good. Oh,
I'm a little tired, by the way, because
it's all good.
worked my ass off. But what's up?
Did you remember the oh, what was that thing I was trying to remember? Oh, did you ever remember how you said you were making, was it feet paws for me or something like that?
Yeah. Oh, right.
It's all good. Just, yeah.
No. I've got the base for the foam, or not the base for the foam.
You've made the foam base.
The bottom part that connects. Well, no. Remember, you ordered a DVC set for it. What I've done is I've started. I still need to factor in your shoe size, but I've started making the size 12.
Yes.
Perfect. That's perfect. That means the shoe I'm using as the design model is gonna fit you because it's the same size I wear.
Thank you again for coming anyways, Techno. Yeah.
I've essentially got the part of it that your foot that your shoe slips into like a slipper.
Oh, interesting. Like, I know a lot of first.
What it's going to be is there's going to be a shoe inside that's slipped in like a slipper.
Yep.
It's going to be connected to the shoe, and then the foam is going to cover up the shoe, and then the whole thing gets furred.
Okay.
Or correction, the whole top and ankle part gets furred. Yep. The bottom is going to be a indoor-outdoor.
Yep.
So it's going to be all terrain, meaning you can go
walking on
anywhere
concrete.
with it.
Cool. Perfect. Yeah.
Walking on concrete, walking outside, walking in dirt.
Yep.
Wouldn't matter.
Cool. Thank you, bud. Yeah. For anyone that wonders, fursuit feet paws normally have a foam base if they're outdoors ones. It's kind of similar to material to what your jandals are made out of. Perfect for outdoors.
Actually, weirdly enough,
yeah,
a lot of makers are using a material that's closer to what Crocs are made of nowadays. They're a lot sturdier. They're a little bit squishy, but not. They're not as pliable, quite as pliable as foam.
Yeah.
They make for a great base for outdoor paws.
Perfect. Yeah, the greatest thing about that is I've seen a few fursuit makers even attempting to make them so they're very easily replaceable. For instance, the fursuit maker that I know over here adds a Velcro, or they're trying to use like Velcro / other materials to make them so they stick together. And the
one of the things I've seen is the outdoor paws that I just mentioned. You could actually fit neodymium magnets into the foam that you're using, and essentially have a plate that slaps over to make them indoor paws, so they look like they've got some adorable.
Exactly. That was what I saw. The last fursuit I went to. One of the fursuit makers did exactly that. It was experimental, but it was basically that, but without magnets. It was Velcro.
It was probably experimental for them. There are a lot of suitors and a lot of makers over here that actually use the technique that I just mentioned using neodymium magnets and metal plates.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, because that means if you have the right surface, it won't slip off too easily. So you could be able to use some sort of material that allows them to easily be made. But yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's the rubber that the rubberized foam that I mentioned that's really good for making outdoor paws.
Yep.
When you press when you press that material together, it doesn't rub at all. Like you can't move it at all.
Perfect.
It sticks.
Good.
That's why they use that with the neodymium magnets. So when the magnet, when it magnetizes the plate, it's just flat out stuck there. It's like it's almost like it's glued there until you pull it off.
Nice. That's impressive. It shows off a few magnets.
After that, they just pad the bottom, fur it out, add whatever.
Cool. Yeah, it's like I've seen a few of the other fursuit makers using 3D printed or resin based stuff as well. It's impressive for the like I may try and make a set of claws, but obviously I'm limited by the program that I'm using because it doesn't have a way for me to take an object and change its shape by like stretching it in the same way like say you could do in Blender. I'm still looking for something that's just as easy to use as what I'm currently using, but with more tools.
My hands.
Tracking issues, I've had that already.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, not tracking issues. One of the upsides to being on Quest.
Interesting.
Full hand tracking.
Huh.
So, I can actually poop you the way I normally would.
I could see that being done even on some other basic headsets that use cameras. It's just a matter of having the software put into something like Steam VR.
Well, actually, there are things that you can get to do this in Steam VR as well. The only problem is it takes more hardware.
I've got that.
One of the upsides to Quest is this is built into the hardware.
You talking about in the computer or in the headset?
In the headset.
Well, that's no issue because you'd just be able to do it through a program because the headset itself has cameras.
Yeah. I mean, possibly. I don't know exactly how these track at the moment.
It's just recognition.
And I don't know if there are any programs that.
Not yet, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually one of those features though that's still experimental even for Quest.
Yeah.
And it's one of those.
I would give it.
As much as I dislike Facebook, they are starting to become a very weird name when it comes to improving VR.
I'll put it this way: I guarantee you something like Steam VR's next headset is going to be one of those ones that's actually. It's going to be a lot more powerful if they're using the same hardware as they're using on the Steam Deck. Just by the look of them.
Oh, that's...
trippy. What is it?
Okay. So, you see how occasionally my pinky moves there?
Yeah.
Now it's slowly stopping moving?
Yeah. Are you moving it, or is it doing that on its own?
The camera is recognizing that there's only 4 fingers on the avatar, and it's trying not to follow my pinky. This finger is literally my ring finger.
Yeah. So you need
it's actively trying not to follow the pinky. That's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah. So obviously, if certain avatars tracking might be a bit more weirder for hand tracking, but like say you got something like this, 5 fingers, it'll work basically 1-to-1, but less digits may.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. It seems to be working. Sorry,
my brain died. Give me just a second. I need a drink of water.
It's all good, bud. Oh, thank you, Furry Warrior. Nice to see you, bud. Thanks. And yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, hello, Dylan. Aww. You too. I hope you're having a great day too. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have. Huh? You alright?
I'm trying to remember. There we go. It's middle finger.
To move with hand tracking.
Yes. Yep.
By the way, he's literally using his hands to move around in VR using recognition of his hands through his headset. That's impressive.
Yep.
What I would love to see is something.
That's why I was saying something like this. You can probably get it mimicked like this in Steam VR, but I don't know how they program this kind of shit.
It's similar to.
It's one of the reasons I find it
VC
fascinating
works.
is I want to go into the code. I want to go into the code for it and just fuck around.
You have a developer's version, or if you're really smart, and especially you'll need to know a bit about reverse engineering. If you can get a backup copy
that's
of the
thing.
program, there you go. Because
that's the thing.
Yeah.
As you said, I do have a developer's version, sort of the Quest. I have developer mode enabled.
Yeah.
Which means I can actually go into the code and look at it. But
yeah,
I've looked at a little bit of it, and good lord, it's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's also, if you've got the skill, you can be able to reverse engineer it and then learn how it works. You can then make your own FOSS version of it after you've learned how to, so that you got your own reverse engineered version that you've made yourself without any of their code. Meaning you can then use that on other things.
Yes. Technically, yes.
Yeah, as long as you're not using any of the original code from it. That's how the same thing with emulators and all that works. That's why they're not copyright claimed most of the time.
Okay, that's a weird thing with this.
Yep.
Like down here, if I look straight up, my hands stop registering after a point.
Yeah. Same with any of the other tracking. Even with standard controllers, they just go a bit weird sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, thank you everyone who has come. Very much appreciate it. Yeah. Definitely.
There we go.
Wait, what's one of those worlds that I had that I think I haven't even shown you before?
Do bear in mind I am on Quest currently.
Understood. Oh no, we've been to those worlds.
I will be on PC VR later tonight though.
We'll go exploring worlds then.
It's just yeah.
That's all good. It's no big.
It's just at the moment I kind of just got back in and I wanted to hop in and hang out with you.
That's all good, bud. Just wanting to chill. I definitely got plans for building a few other things. I am looking at a few VR improvements down the line later this year, maybe after the con. I am looking at maybe improving my computer so it plays a bit better, especially with streaming. More RAM.
I mean, leave it to a protogen, right? Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. That's the other thing. All I have to do to turn on my hand tracking is click my controllers together, then set them.
Like, literally just go.
But seriously,
like
though,
that.
leave it to a protogen. Leave it to a protogen to always need more RAM. Wait.
Yeah. Slitting out your controllers. So good.
Nah, because I accidentally... One of my controllers rolled.
Oh. Rolled away from you.
So, it rolled off my lap, so it started tracking the controllers again,
Ah, yeah, fair enough.
and not me.
Wait,
But because I
when you're using
can
hand tracking,
fluffle, fluffle, fluffle,
can
fluffle,
you...
fluffle, fluffle.
Can you pick up objects while using hand tracking, or is that...
Oh, this is a dilemma.
If you can pick that up, that'll be an interesting thing. Understandable if you can't, but they might work it in the future. Might be a certain thing that has to be done later on. But the fact that they got hand tracking working, that's a start.
See, that's the thing. I'm fairly certain there is.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go. He's got it.
there's a way to do it. You literally put your hand near it
Yeah.
and make a fist.
Oh, yeah, you just like grab. Yeah. There you go. You can able to pick things up and using a hand tracking on Quest, if you ever have one. Yeah. The fact that works is impressive. There is software out there that does tracking, but it's for facial tracking, which is based...
I don't know how I managed to just mute myself.
some control, I'm guessing.
See, that's the thing. I don't know what the flying hell the controllers are for this, so
is there
it's
like a
sort
guide
of
out
exploring.
There must be a guide.
I
out
think
there.
so, but this is the first. This is the first time I've really played with it.
Yeah,
That's a phrase.
that's all good. I'm sure there's a YouTube video that shows you how to use the tracking, and all the different gestures that you make. For VR, there's a lot of gestures in VR
Ooh.
for either worlds or for tracking for certain things. Like if I do this, it does that. But it's a little harder on the type of controls that I have. I've tried doing it. The only way I can able to do it is using the toggle menu for controlling stuff like that with these controls.
Yep.
Yeah. If this has colliders,
Bonk.
I wouldn't be totally surprised. But this world does have colliders where you can walk into boxes and they'll knock them over.
Okay, the sensation of actually being able to chuck the box
with just your hands and just going fling like that.
Yeah, it was literally 1-to-1 and closed hand,
throw,
hand out, open, throw.
There you go. Yeah. Hello, A. Johnson. No. Thank you, Andy. It's good to see you too. Yeah. I've seen some people working with those haptic ones. I've also seen one of my friends who does haptic suits. These use everything from
fun.
These use everything from little wee motors and vibrators mounted in them to small electrodes that touch your body so that they give a slight sensation. So you can play various games in VR and
slight
it feels
too intense depending on what you want.
Yeah. They do
There
have
are ones out there that
settings.
have essentially electrodes to simulate things like being shot.
Ouch.
Yep. They're expensive as shit, though.
Yeah. Although, I showed you, the other friend that you met last, night or two ago?
Yeah.
That one they made themselves. So there have been people that have been DIYing
cool.
with it. Because,
oh yeah, there always is.
Remember how they said they were using a, they used a electrode set from one of those muscle stimulation things?
TENS unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used one of those for the muscles, for stimulation. Here's the other thing. We've gotten good at making suits that can able to receive a feedback to someone touching you or being shot in the game, but we've yet to make something that could able to take a signal that's from our bodies into the game. Such as nerves and all that. If done right, it has the capability of doing various things. So imagine having hand tracking like what you're using right now with your hands.
But actually being able to feel the... Yeah.
But also at the same time, say you want to move forward, you just think it.
Yeah, the only problem with that is most people don't have that clear control of their mind. So I guarantee you the majority of people that would go into it would do something like, oh, look, hey, that's a pretty tree. All of a sudden, they're running off towards the tree.
It would take a while. It's essentially a thought.
Everybody's ADHD would show very badly.
But yeah, I
have a bunch of people on VR chat just, ooh, squirrel.
Hello, A. Johnson. Oh, Kit's, Kit. A. Johnson says, hello, Kit, and nom nom nom, the new Needle Needle.
Nom nom needle needle. Also, I swear to God, that's gonna start becoming a greeting. Just needle needle.
Oh boy, yeah, that is something. I found a world a while back. I don't know if I've even shown you, but it's PC only though. But it's a world that allows you to use music to interact with the world.
I think you've actually shown me that one.
Quite some time ago.
Sort of?
Maybe.
Hold on.
It's a PC.
I need my controllers because I'm not even gonna try. Hold on. There's my controllers. I'm not even gonna try to interact with the menu with just my hands right now because holy Christ.
I tried using Windows does have a voice activation system where you can be able to use your voice to control the game. Or at least for control. It works
realistically with it.
Just
what I would say is instead of a control that's just strictly mind-based, mind and speech.
That could be something. The other thing that has been, I know that they're going to use for stuff like this, is you've seen how some amputees have a form of Neuralink kind of thing, where, say, you've lost your hand, they've used...
Phantom sense.
Technically, yes. They use that kind of stuff. Although that is...
Wait, are we talking about the sensation they get, or are we talking about some of the really fucking expensive semi-bionic
they're neurological
prosthetics?
Yeah. But here's the thing. They don't require an implant for them to work.
Weird.
Because it's running on the nerves. The electricity going through the nerves. Believe it or not, our bodies have electricity flowing through them. No joke.
Well, yeah, we're basically giant squishy computers.
There you go.
I love how when my hands are folded in my lap, it looks like I'm just cradling a non-existent watermelon. Just
True.
all fingers just splayed completely out like I hold it.
But yeah, we might go to a different world. I'll just find one. Oh, wait a moment. Here's one. Make that a right instance. Dropping a portal. There we go. And there we go. Kit. Here we go. Welcome to Euroference.
I have been here. I've been here.
Hey. This is this is an actual place.
It's essentially a mock. Yeah, it's a mock-up of the Euroference Hotel.
I looked at actual pictures. It's an almost 1-to-1. Unless they may have done some sort of recent updates on the actual building.
No, they did some scale bullshittery, but yeah, it's practically a 1-to-1.
Yeah. Pretty cool. But yeah, this is an actual place.
By the way, it probably looks funky as hell, me controlling like this.
Yeah, you're drifting around like a balloon in a breeze.
Yeah.
Oh, occasionally you might hear some sort of a noise like that.
Yes.
That's the Roomba in this world. Someone made a Roomba that
There's a
whenever
Roomba?
yeah, somewhere around here. Don't know where. It's normally floating around. There it is. I don't know if it'll be synced for you though. But if I stand on it, there you go. Damn it! Hear that?
It might not be Quest compatible.
It's a little wee Roomba.
But I can mimic its movements though.
The funniest thing about that little wee Roomba is it bumps into something, it will say damn it, or it will say things. So you might notice it if you're on PC, you'll probably see it and hear it. I can hear it.
I'm gonna have a moment of I'm gonna be just a little bit of a bitch because ow, the fucking control scheme for moving with this hurts your fingers. You have to take your middle finger and your thumb and press them together.
I'm being taken away by the room, but there we go. As you were saying.
So it's literally you have to pinch your fingers together to move. And holding your fingers like that for an extended duration sucks.
Yeah. It would be cool if you could pair some sort of custom controller that's just like a little thumb thing with a joystick on it. It's like a little ring almost with like a joystick. And pair that to the headset.
Actually, at one point they had pseudo hands-only controls that were essentially gloves that fit onto your hand in various places and had a tension wire between each finger. So let's say you moved your finger, it would move in a specific amount.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking something similar to haptic
back
gloves.
in the early 2000s,
yeah,
I
was thinking something similar to a haptic
pretty much what
glove,
I was talking about.
It had an integrated joystick that kind of sat, just so that comfortably your thumb would sit on the joystick. Or maybe a later iteration, it used the movement of the thumb as a sort of way to use as like a joystick. So you move your thumb around, it would control where you moved. That would be bloody amazing if you could do that. Yeah. But this world's literally just where an actual FurCon happens, by the way. There we go. Yeah. But yeah, definitely FurCon's in May, and I'm going to be going down there, and that'll be amazing. Haven't been down there for some time, and it'll be a great time. Especially now that I have a lot more.
Take lots of pictures and video.
Oh boy, put it this way, I have a lot more SD cards than I did last time.
Good. I remember you mentioning you were running out of them like halfway through the con.
Yeah. I'm gonna probably buy a couple more before then.
Hey.
Yeah. And this is gonna be the first con where I'm literally selling things.
All right.
Yeah.
You're gonna be selling prints.
Yeah, 3D prints and a few other things I have actually made by hand.
Cool.
I have a couple other things I also have a couple things I ordered online.
Oh, excuse me.
I ordered a couple crystals because I know some people are interested in those. I also ordered. Guess what I managed to find? So, if you're a fan of Minecraft, this is probably something for you. You can buy on some websites Minecraft-themed torches that look like one of the torches from Minecraft.
Like actual torches?
They look like it's an LED one, but you get what I mean.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you tell me you found a fucking Minecraft, like Minecraft themed tiki torch or something, I was gonna die laughing.
Pretty much. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's made one.
Yeah. They probably have.
I do have some photos of it I can show you. And to be surprised, I'm convinced this is either a knockoff or some company managed to get the license for this, but this was on AliExpress, so probably a knockoff. I have found quite a few on there, things and you take a closer look at it and you're like, oh yeah, that's not exactly... But they got it pretty much close enough for me to be considered, for me to buy. Yeah. Boop. Yeah. You all good, bud?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was adjusting my headset. My hair, it was ever so slightly weirdly windy today, and my hair has just been...
Oh. Yeah. Gotta comb the hair back or something.
I've tried brushing it like 3 times. It doesn't stay down.
Oh.
I'm just having one of those.
One of those days.
Folks, bad hair days don't just happen to women, they happen to dudes too.
Yep.
Especially for dudes with long hair.
Yep. One of the things that I'd say would be a good idea to purchase is some sort of a headband or something you can use to like push your hair back with, so it doesn't get in the way when you do have a bad hair day. Yeah.
Well, no, that's the thing. Usually when I have a bad hair day, I'll just tie it back. But when I got home, I had to undo my hair. Because it was starting to...
Not...
Wind and a ponytail don't go well together. It tends to knot up and frizz out a lot.
Oh.
So I first had to brush that out, and then I took the band out of it, and it's been being a bastard ever since.
Oh, you have a sore in your mouth, Andy.
Bastard flavored, bastard coated bastard.
Well, I hope you get better soon, bud. Yeah. Make sure you're taking plenty of
oral sores are never fun.
I remember someone saying honey was one of the things a lot of times people have to help keep it. Was it that or was it something else? I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. Honey is an antibiotic and an antimicrobial.
That might be why people...
By the way, disclaimer for those who might be derpy enough to do this. When I say it's an antibiotic or antimicrobial, do not try to inject honey into yourself, please.
Yeah.
And I say this for a reason, because I knew somebody at one point that was stupid enough to do that.
Bruh.
I kid you not, he tried to inject freaking a mixture of water and honey because he thought it would work like an energy drink. And I'm sitting here just...
No. No. Did you turn your volume off again?
No. Just I'm trying to remember his name. Matthew.
Okay.
Oh God. He was a dude I knew when I was a teenager.
Don't be
Literally
a Matthew.
tried to inject honey water. Tried to inject honey water, thinking it would work like a energy drink, and wound up in a coma for like a week.
Ouch. That sucks. Yeah.
He came out of it.
Yeah. Well,
so
you might
at
learn
very least
now.
he didn't kill himself with it, but
yeah.
He's still a dumbass. Pardon the language.
You can't fix dumbass.
No, that's the thing. Normally people would learn from something like that. Take a wild guess what this dude got himself into like fucking 6 years later after we had parted ways from high school.
Oh gosh. Let me try guessing. He put Gatorade or something in a needle? Or something silly. Let's hope that.
Nope.
Yeah. What did he do?
He cuts crack cocaine with lemonade powder.
Obviously, don't you do drugs, everyone. But seriously.
Yeah.
People aren't smart, especially those that use substances like that.
I mean, I kind of resemble that remark. I do take drugs myself, but only the ones that are, those being marijuana and caffeine.
True. And yes, caffeine, technically a type of controlled drug.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. You can buy all you want over here in sodas, but if you actually try to buy pure caffeine, anywhere in the U.S., you start getting weird looks.
Yeah, you need to have certain things for that. I can see it in some medical things, but yeah, other than that.
Yeah, well, you do know in its raw form, just a couple grains of caffeine can make you sick, and
yeah,
just like 12 or 13 grains of it can kill you.
Noted. So be very careful with that stuff, everyone. Why most people don't recommend drinking energy
too
drinks.
many.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Same thing with energy drinks, especially some of the more potent ones out there that smell like perfume cans.
Yeah.
I've known those people, and they... Yeah. Let's leave it at that, eh? Ugh.
I used to be a caffeine junkie. That's why my heart sucks now.
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly, I've never really been into coffee or anything really caffeine related for the most part.
Oh no, this is why I always joke around about the fact that I'm a cautionary tale. I loved caffeine. Coffee, tea, soda, energy drinks, gimme. When I was a teenager, I lived on it.
Oh.
Only thing I drank.
Oh.
I had something that was caffeinated every moment. I even had caffeinated bacon soap.
What? Did you say bacon soap?
It is a real product. Yes, caffeinated bacon soap.
What?
Soap that, one, smelled like bacon, and two, was made out of rendered bacon.
Oh, thank you, Angel Dash and Plant Me Planet, if I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you. Okay.
Hey everybody, if you haven't yet already, make sure you tell him happy birthday and give him all the birthday hugs.
Aw. Okay, Andy, you gotta go to the store with a roommate. Have fun and stay safe, bud.
Bye, Andy.
Yeah.
Travel safe, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was soap that smelled like bacon, and was literally made from rendered bacon fat that they had turned into soap through saponification.
Yeah, I've heard of people making fat into soap before, but I've never heard of someone adding caffeine to soap.
Oh, caffeinated soap was all the rage in the early 2000s.
Why?
Caffeinated everything, dude. So you know how people went really stupid in history with like radiation when it came to like plutonium and things when it was first discovered?
Yeah.
When it was first discovered and everybody thought, hey, this is gonna be great for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, people do that a lot. People do that a lot. Understand, back in the 2000s, we had caffeinated everything. Caffeinated water, caffeinated beer, caffeinated alcohol, caffeinated soap, caffeinated sunscreen, caffeinated lube.
Oh my god. Let's leave that at that.
But it's also one of the reasons why people from my generation all for some reason seem to have a problem with their heart rate.
Yeah.
Because it was literally in everything, we're all kind of a cautionary tale.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that and the fact that I personally know a dude whose heart exploded in class.
Ow. Oh. Yeah. Cautionary tale indeed.
We didn't know what the hell happened until like 3 days later. It wasn't a sudden like we just thought he fell asleep in class.
Oh. Dang.
Had way too much caffeine and his heart went.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. That is something.
It's actually one of the reasons why there's laws governing how much caffeine
can be in something. Yeah. Same over here for if I remember right. Ah. That's why a lot of the energy drink companies have kind of gone a bit more quiet as of late.
No, they've just regulated how much is in their stuff. One of the best companies for energy drinks, weirdly enough, even though it tastes horrible, is Red Bull.
Surprisingly,
the reason being, oh god, no, in America they're everywhere. They're a sporting event.
Yep.
And what they did was when everybody started discovering that, okay, caffeine is good for you to a extent, but excessive use can mess you up.
Yep.
They drastically reduced the amount of actual caffeine in their product.
Ah, yeah. Well, of course.
They added other stimulants like guarana, which simulates caffeine. But it doesn't have the same adverse effect.
Ah, yeah, so they can have a bit more.
It has its, don't get me wrong, it has its own adverse effects. It's the stuff in Red Bull that makes you get really jittery.
Oh.
Oh, I can't jitter my hands.
It has a speed limit to tracking, I'm guessing.
Yes, it does.
I know that myself with VR tracking it. Like, if I go like this, in some cases you'll just see it just go like that, even though I'm moving like at a really fast pace. I tried dancing, like I went, it's one of these wheels, danced for a bit. I noticed that the speed of some things when I'm moving was drastically slower than the actual movement, because the tracking, even it seems to be the same thing for any like form of tracking, even for tracking his hands. It will be at a different speed. It can be just down to the software or the hardware limitations. It could be a whole bunch of things. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. I think one of the other worlds that I had, where was that? That's PC only. did have an example of that, but I don't remember where. Oh well. Yeah. Thunder breathing, fist form, thunderclap, and flash. Hello, Zania, if I'm pronouncing that right. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Oh, actually, back on a weird or on the topic of what I was saying earlier about caffeine.
Yeah.
So one of the adverse side effects of guarana,
Yeah.
and caffeine is, so you know how I play Into the Radius, right?
Yeah.
In the most recent episodes, I've been using a sniper rifle. Notice my hands shake a lot.
Oh.
I have permanent trembling hands because of the amount of caffeine.
I wonder if there's anything that
And
can
I mean,
slow
I
that sort of thing down.
tremble a little bit more than most people.
Hmm.
Oh, there are actual medications I could take. There are drugs you can take to do it too. There's not a drug so much as a stimulant. It kind of like caffeine, but meant more for muscle manipulation than mental manipulation.
Yeah. It's
It's a protein structure that's used for bodybuilding.
Yeah. It's a shame that no one's made a way to neurologically null down those sorts of muscle movements.
I mean, I'm sure somebody's tried.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's Zania says ask Kit to say it. Thunder breathing first from thunderclap and flash? What? I have no clue, Zania.
Hold on. I'm gonna.
I have no clue.
Give me just a second. I'm gonna make it to where I can see the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Let's pop the chat out. Thunder breathing first form, thunderclap and.
Hello, Cloudy. Oh, thank you. It's good to see you, bud. Yeah.
Also, hello everybody. I can see the chat now. I can't see it constantly, but I can see it.
That's mainly why I stuck with the Steam VR's. Essentially, Steam VR allows me to see the chat through a desktop window that is overlaid and is pinned to the controller. So
with PC VR for Quest, I can do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not currently on PC VR.
That's okay. Yeah.
There is sadly no way to put Discord chat, or not Discord, YouTube chat into Quest yet. There's technically a way to get Discord chat into it, but it's finicky.
I could imagine. Discord bees the most buggiest and weirdest things.
No, it's mostly because they're owned by Discord and Meta.
Yeah.
They apparently don't like each other. It's one of those things.
No shit.
Kind of like Sony and Microsoft.
Oh. Oh yeah, them fighting over the. Yeah, and the fact.
I swear to God, people don't realize this, but as a gamer, I've noticed there is the equivalent of a console war going on between HTC and Meta right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Apple just threw their fucking dumbass selves into the ring. So It's been fun to watch. But no, Apple's actually coming out with their own headset.
Yeah, I know, but that's
Apparently.
the fucking hilarious thing. I guarantee you it's gonna be worse than any headset on the market.
Oh, it's gonna be overpriced as fuck, and it's gonna suck.
Yeah. Don't bother buying it.
It's gonna be no. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna be great for graphics. Like, it'll be able to render things brilliantly. It's gonna be laggy as shit.
It'll be useless.
It'll be able to render you a nice hyper-real game at 2 frames a second.
Barely 10 FPS, I guarantee you. I'm guessing you have to plug it into a fucking...
Oh.
I bet you have to plug it into some kind of other iOS device for it to even work. I guarantee you.
God, more than likely. Hey, want to use our headset? Here, want to use our headset? It's now specially integrated to be used with iPad.
Yep.
Wait, specifically why iPad, not iPhone or or fucking notebook or something? Because iPad. Leave it to Apple to do something like that.
Yeah, I guarantee it. Oh boy. But yeah, if you're looking for decent headsets, there's a lot of a market out here. But I guarantee you they're just going to end up getting pretty much laughed out of the room, essentially, with their joke of a headset.
Also, hello, Zena. By the way, was that the name you were having trouble with?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Zena?
Yes. Yeah. One of these days, I'm gonna set up a...
Just wait until Zenny gets here.
Okie doke. Yeah.
Well, the camera really doesn't like the idea of me drinking water without freaking out.
Oh, yeah. Does some funny things.
I think that was trying to render my hand through the water.
Oh, it would do some weird it would do some weird stuff because of the water refracting. Yeah. It's done weird stuff, alright.
Yep.
Yeah. Noted. Hand tracking plus glass or bottle of water equals issues.
Blah.
Don't bring him in there. What?
It was in response to what I said about Zena or Zenny.
Okay.
Zena and Zenny are apparently twins.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try not to.
By the way, complete left turn topic wise.
Yeah.
You remember that game that I played called Vampire Survivor?
You were playing that last night, I believe.
Top down.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I found a way to just break the game just ever so slightly.
Oh no. Kit broke another game.
I was on a run this morning and I actually have it paused still.
Oh, yeah, on your desktop.
No, on my Xbox.
Ah. Yeah.
I'm currently at the 20-minute mark on it.
Ah, yeah.
Do you remember when I showcased that game, though? The way it plays?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I have effectively made it to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm in no danger of dying.
Oh. Interesting.
I'll let you know when I finally die how long it takes.
Okay. Oh, this is an interesting thing I found out. Some Ukrainian farmer shot down a jet with a shotgun.
Wait, hold the fuck up.
With a shotgun.
With a shotgun.
Yeah. My guess is that he managed to get enough of the shotgun pellets to go into the jet engine and just wreck it. Do you remember?
Either that or he somehow got a magical shot with a slug.
Oh, yeah. Although, you think about a slug, like a large wad of lead going fairly fast, that hits the right spot on an aircraft, it's going to have issues. But I guarantee you...
What I mean by the magical shot is they would have to be flying pretty low and he'd have to have perfect fucking aim and get lucky enough to hit something that would be vital enough to take it down.
My bestest guess is that he was either using steel birdshot or lead buckshot, and he just decided to spray the thing. Some of the birdshot rebounded
Either
around
that or steel buckshot.
That too. Yes, and steel buckshot exists. That's some nasty stuff, that is.
Oh god, yeah, that'll take part of your head off.
It's not so much designed for designed for not squashing or deforming, so they stay in one piece or don't de-shape it. That's why a lot of hunting shotgun loads that use birdshot use steel, so that the tiny little wee itty bitty ball bearings don't squish against each other in the extreme pressure of being lobbed out of a large tube.
Yeah, whenever you get birdshot that's lead, it's just little flecks.
Oh yeah, when it comes out the other end of the barrel.
Their pattern is also much wider than the steel cut.
Oh yeah, I've used both.
Much wider, much more chaotic.
Yeah.
They're good if you're hunting ducks and you just scared of flock. Fucking lead birdshot is great. Steel birdshot is
really accurate, really clean.
Better if you're tracking. Yeah, better if you're tracking something that you don't want to take off.
Yep. One of the things though, but that was the thing, I thought the most likeliest thing to get damaged on any aircraft that's using a jet engine is the engine itself. It only takes a couple of those pellets to get inside of the engine, bounce around, break off one of the steel fins inside that engine to cause a chain reaction.
Yeah.
Jet engines,
which would, again, be a magic shot, because that would be based a lot on luck that one of the ball bearings hits something that's vital.
Yeah. And
like
the amount... Although the amount of shot in some of those steel shotgun shells is... pretty gnarly amount.
Oh god, yeah, no.
And especially if it was
Get
a low flying
10 gauge, they're huge.
Oh yeah, 10 gauge. Those things. Put it this way.
I have seen a Ithaca 10 gauge, and oh my god, it's like shooting a big toe made of lead.
But yeah. Since over here we do a lot of like pest control and hunting, I've used quite a few different things. Everything from tiny little pea shooters and air guns all the way up to 12 gauge and 308 British Enfield rifles.
So I've got to ask, because there's one type of shotgun round that I don't know if it is still used anywhere. I don't know if it's even still manufactured.
Yeah.
But it is literally called a varmint shell.
Oh, 22 birdshot. We've used that a few times. CCI makes it.
No, the original name for it was rat shot.
Ah, yeah. The little wee brass shell with a crimped end on it, a little bit longer than a standard 22.
Actually, it looks like a 22, but it's got less a crimped end and more A lot of the ones that were manufactured over here in the U.S. had a glass tip.
Ah, I know.
They had like 4 or 5 of these tiny BBs inside of them.
I know
they were meant to go in air gun, or air guns are in tiny ass.
You're talking about
tiny ass shotgun. Yeah.
You're talking about air guns.
They could go in air guns, but they were they could go in air guns. They could technically, the air gun would survive it. But there was a special shotgun made for them.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
Just looked like it had a single loader. It just looked like a single loader 22
breach action air gun. 22
yeah,
caliber.
Single action. Not even so much an air gun. Not even so much air gun. It looked like an air gun, but the way it was designed was to work with these shells specifically. It's actually genuinely a shotgun. But it looks like a fucking pellet gun.
I must be thinking of something completely different then. So...
Oh, these things were used back in the Old West, man. They were fucking... They're an ancient type of ammunition.
Yeah, old rimfire cartridge or something, I'm guessing. Yep, old rimfire.
Let's put it this way. They were originally branded, the gun itself and the shells were originally branded as a pest control method for gophers.
Oh my gosh. That's ancient, but yeah. Oh, talking about old school things. Have you ever... So, one of the things that I pulled out of a pile of junk at a dump yard was this little wee toy that was wind-up. Now, you've probably seen a lot of wind-up toys. This one looks super simple, but very interesting. It had no marks. It was made out of stamped metal and wire. You would wind it up. It has legs on it. Like, it has 6 legs. 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top. And they were made so no matter which way they faced, it would bounce all over the show. It was really crazy. This thing, I still have it. Yeah. Very funny. Yup.
I'm trying to grab your ear. Trying to figure out if there's a way to... Hey, cute!
Eh?
I can grab his ear. Fluffle, 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 fluffle.
Yee. Yee. This place does have something interesting that I remember finding. I won't do it here because it does have copyright music, but I'll show you what I found. Oh wait, I do have audio tune. Oh, it might be related to something else though, but I'll show. I won't be able to do it on here because it plays copyright music. But over here, Kit's having trouble.
Hold on.
Maybe switch to controllers.
Hold on.
Kit, Evan, do issues.
I'm a stuck noodle.
Oh no, respawn if you have to.
No, not that kind of stuck noodle.
Kit be having issues.
Okay, it's very particular on the way you have to pinch your fingers, apparently. There we go.
If you're having too many issues to navigate, you could always just use...
Moonwalking noodle.
Yep. But anyways, if you stand, I think it's somewhere right here.
I'm grabbing the fucking controllers.
Yep. But if you stand like
that was
right
a weird
here,
situation.
If you were to stand right here, you back, and you actually dab, something happens and appears on these screens. These ones.
Yeah. If you dab?
Yes, of all things, I know, right?
I'm curious to see if this works on Quest now.
I don't remember if
I'm
someone
gonna
did it on
have to
Quest.
check that later.
Yeah, come back here either on Quest or on PC. I know it works on PC because I've tried it and managed to get it to work. But what happens is
What the backrooms bullshit have I found?
Oh, you just found a little weird area back here. It's just
I know, but why does it exist? Why do you?
I have no clue. I know one of those apples you can pick up. I know there's one of the. Yep, there is. I don't know if it's global.
Do it on Quest.
I'm holding an apple, but I don't know if it's
pretty much any of. No, pretty much any of the interactive shit I can't do on Quest. Apparently, I remember. I remember this world is not a. It's not. It wasn't built when Quest was a thought in most people's minds.
Yeah. So most things haven't even been changed. Oh well.
No, they've just never updated it.
Yeah. Yeah, well. I do know.
Virtuoference is a thing.
Yep. There's actually been a few different virtual furcons. The current one that.
See, that's the other thing. I can't. I can't. I can walk through everything.
Yep. I can. Oh, yeah, because Collider's probably also different.
Colliders didn't exist for Quest back when this world was created.
Oh.
Correction, at least not object colliders. Like,
yeah.
Geometry colliders like this?
Yep.
Yeah. But.
Yeah.
For most small objects, nope.
No, just walk right through table. For me, I can just stand on table. We can stand on table. Don't do that IRL.
Yeah, sadly, I can't be a table dancing noodle.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's always interesting seeing some of the worlds that some people come up with. Oh, that's one of the worlds. Oh, that's even Quest Compel. I don't know how well that works though on Quest, because various things.
What is it?
Omegle VR.
Oh God. Let's try it.
It doesn't work in private instances, and I don't feel like going to public instances because squeakers exist. Especially on anything Omegle related, there's gonna be some pretty spicy kids.
There's going to be a lot of squeakers, a couple anti-furs, and one person with their weenie out.
Bingo.
or with a fairly flappy pair of meat curtains.
Thank you. You made me shudder.
I knew that was gonna be the response for that too.
Let me just set up a new. I'll drop this one.
God, let's see if I can still do this sound effect.
No?
It's not registering on the microphone.
Well,
I was making it.
Oh boy, Kit is a bunch of things, if anything. Oh my gosh, I love him. I wonder if anyone else is online. Eh. Meh. Puppy is online. A few other people are, but none else is. Kit may be having technical issues because he isn't even here yet. Issues. Technical issues. Oh well. Yeah. We'll see. Oh, puppy. Yes. But yeah. Oh, we've been streaming for over 3 hours. Oh, whoa. Wee. Oh, there's Kit. This world must take a while to load for Quest users. There we go.
Whoa.
Huh? What? You alright?
Those didn't used to do that on Quest.
What? The lighting up crystals?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They didn't used to have the animation on Quest. They've updated this place.
That or VR chat fix something. Either one of the two. Does the huge animation behind me work? No?
Which one?
We'll come back here later in PC and you take a look. It might.
Whoa.
What? Certain things working for you that didn't work before?
No, actually, some things are disabled that just make it weirdly prettier.
Odd.
I took a picture for you.
Oh, yeah, send it to me.
I'll send it to you later.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, good example. You see the big-ass thing over there?
Ah, yeah, that.
The big-ass flowers?
Yep.
There are particles around that for you, yes?
Like, what would you describe the particles as? Because I didn't see any particles as such as in terms of, like, small things.
Well, no, I remember there's, like, a,
Yeah?
Well, no, I remember there being kind of like a thing around it.
Thing, like,
I may be fucking
lights?
misremembering, too.
Well, what I'm seeing is something the equivalent of, like, northern lights around it, and a beam of light going straight up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. My brain is misfiring, apparently. I'm stupid. I was gonna say, this looks a lot different in Quest.
I don't have it in EVPOS.
I'll have to come back on
Yeah.
PCVR later. See if it's a thing.
Yep.
Boing. Also, I'm about to do a thing that's gonna make everybody's brain hurt just a little.
Yeah.
This is one of the weird things.
Oh.
Come with me, Evers.
Sorry, someone's in my room. There we go. You were saying? Kit?
Sorry, my doggo is currently,
Oh.
I'm here. I'm having to deal with Sparky. He's currently wearing the cone of shame, and he's not happy.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm essentially the equivalent of an ATM in my household right now. I'm having to constantly give people money. And it's kind of getting a little bit annoying. Noted. Don't tell
Why?
anyone that I got money, because otherwise they're going to always ask for it. It's freaking annoying to me. If you want money, get it out yourself. I don't have to give everyone money. I just find it really annoying. Especially when I'm live on YouTube and just people come into my room, oh, can I have money? I can't really talk to them because I'm kind of in VR and it's just annoying. Yeah. Just not going to say if I've got money. Oh well.
There we go.
Ah, yep.
I accidentally muted myself again. I
so
agree
good.
with you there. By the way, for the record, what I am currently doing is
Getting what?
In case you were wondering why I'm moving around so fucking weird.
You keep muting yourself. You keep muting yourself, bud.
Wait. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I am getting food, is what I was saying.
Okay. How long have we been streaming for? Oh, 1 hour and 21 minutes.
It's been a little while.
Yeah. And again, Zania, I have no clue why you're going
But
on about
it
Thunder.
is a birthday stream.
I seriously don't know. Honestly, if it's something that's trying to be a joke, it's gonna. If it didn't get me laughing the first time, chances are it's not gonna get me laughing at all.
It's
Yeah.
Xena being a...
Nah. You said something and then you cut out.
I said it sounds like Zena's being a derpy boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit is my sauce.
Lost your hot sauce, have you, Kit?
Not hot sauce. There it is.
Don't know what that is, Zania. I don't know what Demon Slayer is. If it's a reference to a game, it's... I'm very weird with that.
Sauce.
What is it? What type of sauce is it?
Poison sauce.
Oh! Oh, that's pretty good.
Poison sauce.
Is that like, it's like soy sauce, but different. It's a little bit more salty and spicy almost in taste.
No, it's more like a garlic.
Ah! Well, technically garlic's a spice if you use it in the right way. Or garnish, I guess? That's interesting, because I know people
Yes,
use garlic for a lot of different things.
Yes.
Oh.
It is soy based, but it's heavy. It's heavily garlic.
Ah.
It's garlic, sesame oil, and a couple other spices.
Spice soy sauce, technically. Technically. Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
It is a very good cooking ingredient. Apparently my tongue decided it wasn't going to want to talk.
Yeah, for a moment I thought that was an audio glitch, but no, it was just kit.exe stopped working.
Yup. You forgot that my brain does that occasionally.
Yup. That's a thing. Eh. It might be something we could do later and see if we could watch a movie or two. Depending on how much time you want to spend on VR.
That's actually one of the reasons I was.
Oh.
That's one of the reasons I was initially saying I was going to come on here later tonight.
Watch
is
the movie?
because I know there's a movie you were wanting to watch at one point that involved noodles.
Yep. If you're wondering what the movie was,
Wish Dragon, I believe it's called.
bingo, that's the name of it. Yeah.
And I mean, you've been wanting to watch it, so why not watch it with you on your birthday?
Oh, thanks. Yeah. One of the probably bestest things I've gotten for my birthday is just being able to chill out with everyone. Yeah.
That's kind of one of the reasons why I've been each year, instead of going and like hanging out with
Yeah?
it's one of the reasons why I tend to stream on my birthday too.
Ah.
It's because for me it's more fun just to hang out with friends. I'm inside a fish.
Yep. I'm just watching you fish. Yes, C. Johnson, doggo. Yeah, Kit has his dog.
Been fished.
Fish. Kit's dealing with a microwave. Is like, 'cause I heard the beep of a microwave before.
Yep.
Yeah. Up. Audio go quiet. Audio stop working. Kit's doing stuff, I guess.
More like audio go burr.
True. Hey, I want to know how I got my name. Oh, how I got my name. Vulcanax. That's a weird one, actually. I sometimes question myself how I managed to come up with that name, but I just did. Yeah. The fact that I came up with the name I have, that comes down to a whole bunch of things that could be either I remember them right or I remember them wrong. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the same with everybody when they are reading their. You don't remember when or why half the time.
You like husky dogs. Aw. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Nova. Thanks. Aw. Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
Yep.
bit of a note for later.
Yep.
Next time, heavier on the hoisin, softer on the sriracha,
Ooh.
and much softer on the ghost pepper.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! That's spicy! What did you cook up with all
I
that?
can suddenly smell the world better.
Ooh, nose nostrils burnt. Oh boy.
Those have been put in a little bit of chow mein with some minced up chicken, or not minced up, but
Chopped
diced
up.
up chicken.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
It's good to see you,
So-
Nova, by the way. Hope you've been doing well.
My own
Yeah.
cheap rendition of Kung Pao chicken.
Fair enough. Oh, you'd love this one. So, I occasionally will just make a really good meal for myself. My brother gave me pulled pork. One of the things that I like a lot. He makes it. And what he did was pretty cool. He made a really nice one. Not too saucy, not too dry. These fish are kind of everywhere in my face. I'm gonna go over here a bit. Kit's still working on his lunch. These fish are... I know there's a toggle you can turn them off if you really want to. If they get too annoying. They just drift in front of the camera and block everything, being the one issue.
Well, it looks like these ones are surrounding me.
Yeah. It's to do with the
So, I
collider
don't know.
physics
Let's
that
go
they
down.
have set up.
Let's go down in the thing.
Okay. Down this way.
There's a nice little cave down here.
There's a cave off of this ledge right below me. Like this. It just dropped down here.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get bothered by the fish. They don't really bother us down here. And Kit's just doing
There we
a thing.
There we go. I'm gonna noodle around.
Okay.
I'm
Move
gonna
the
noodle
camera
around
back
while
a
I
bit.
nom on my food.
There we go. Local. There we go. Whoops, I turned it off on accident. There we go. Back. I hit the wrong button. Oh well. Anyways, my brother made me some pulled pork. This, along with a whole bunch of other things. Oh, thank you. You've been doing alright? That's good to hear, Nova. Well, how I got my name is from a real name and character from Demon Slayer. Oh, okay. I would join you, but won't be home till tomorrow afternoon. Probably around 2 p.m. US Eastern Time. Okay, it's all good, Nova. It's okay. It's good to see you nonetheless. Yeah.
Wait. Nova, that's... Is that the cat with the neon butt?
Don't know. And hello, Husky. It's good to see you, bud. Hope you've been doing well.
No, I was thinking of Neon. Neon's the cat with the neon butt.
Okay. Neon glowworm.
I was talking about booty. Where did you get...
Glowworm, as in, the things that are in caves that glow.
I walked into a weird joke there.
Yeah, because glowworms' rear ends glow. Yes, that's a thing. Oh, that's good to hear, Husky. I've been doing pretty good today, too. I technically had my birthday yesterday. Went to my mother's place and we had a big party with my brother and with a couple of my brothers, and also, yeah, it was good. Yeah. Yeah, the pulled pork was pretty good. Yeah. So the pulled pork, what I did with it was unbelievably delicious. Definitely gonna have to make a few more meals next time I get some more of it. Pulled pork mixed with some spices. I think it was a bit of curry, a little bit of garlic paste. Took this and kind of fried it in the bottom of the pan until it was starting to stick to the pan. Add a small amount of water to loosen it up. Then, once that's loosened up, a little bit more oil. Once that's cooked, I added the sauce to the pan. And I then added the pulled pork, along with, I think, a few other things. Can't quite remember. Maybe you could... But anyways, I then let that simmer for a bit in the pasta sauce. Then I added the tortellini along with that. That was delicious. Oh my god. That was amazing. Well, we've got to go. Just have to say hi. Okay, Husky. You see you later, bud. Knock, knock. What is it, Zania? What's the joke?
By the way, sorry for the moving around
That's
so
all right.
much, but
You're just doing your
You
thing.
want to know something really funny?
What?
VR outdoors.
Technically doable.
Literally in my backyard right now.
Fresh air while doing VR.
Uh-huh.
That's the advantage of a standalone headset. As long as you've got an internet connection, you can play VR chat. So technically, you can play almost anywhere.
Yep.
If you've got yourself a headset like what he's got.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could check in with my friends from the Terminal 11 airport.
Yep. Would be a bit
That would be
noisy, but doable.
That would be really weird. Just check in with your friends through VR chat when you're on getting onto a plane instead of your phone.
Here's the most craziest thing I've seen. I saw a picture of someone on the side of the street using a VR headset while they were sitting down. So
yeah, no, I've literally done it.
Interesting. Didn't look like you, though.
I played a bunch of. No, I guarantee it wasn't. I was playing Into the Radius one day at the park.
Yeah. Just gotta make sure you're not gonna bump into anyone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was very tasty. I also added a little bit of they call it sharp cheddar, but we over here have like the names like Edam, Colby, and other things like that. It's the same thing. It's just hard cheddar cheese. Really tasty stuff. That's like you only need a small bit of it to give something a lot of flavor. So, for instance, I add probably I can't remember. It was definitely under 500 grams of it to the entire pan. So, yeah, you don't need much of that cheese. It's also a lot more healthier as well. So, it's a good option if you want to eat cheese but don't want to eat and you want a good bit of flavor from that cheese. You don't have to use as much of it. So it goes a lot more longer way as well as it tastes good. Holy crap, touching grass in VR, no way. Yep.
Yeah, if you want to get technical.
Yep.
Currently at the moment, literally touching grass. Hold on.
He's in his backyard.
Give me a second. Give me my hands. Why
That actually would be
registering.
That would be actually really interesting. Go to.
There we go. Okay.
Yep.
My hands aren't registering. Okay, so
Oh yeah.
just for shits and giggles. Yep. Now literally touching grass in VR.
There you go, everyone. Just touch grass while playing VR. It's doable. That would be an interesting experience. Like, say you go to a world that's like a nice grassy field. Go outside and sit
I just
on the
realized
grass.
we've got a shit ton of foxtail burrs this year. My God.
Ow! Spiky little baggers.
I think this is the year that I'm just gonna say fuck it and completely nuke our backyard.
Yep. Get rid of the foxtail burrs. Hello.
Not just the foxtail burrs, everything.
Oh yeah. Hello. I'm probably gonna mess your name up. Duo. I'm sorry. The Loopy. Thank you for saying happy birthday to me. I'm sorry for names. I'm a derp with them. Yeah. Oh well.
You might be a derp with them, but you are always a derpable. Dog, why are you just standing in my room sulking?
Derp.
Sparky had to have the cone of shame put on him because he wouldn't stop scratching.
Oh, yeah.
And at the moment, he is in my room, blocking my way into my room, just
Aw.
sulking.
It's like, oh, take this thing off of me. This thing's really annoying. I can't see. I can't scratch myself or bite my rear end. uh,
Oh no! What's worse? And poor boy, he had. Last night we found a colony of flea eggs behind his ears,
oh,
so he had fleas.
so flea treatment.
Yeah,
Yep. Definitely a must.
poor boy also has flea bite dermatitis, but that's the thing. It
yeah.
tends to happen in areas like California because fleas love weather.
Oh, yes. Just
Sparky.
constantly
Give me a
warm
second. I'm gonna
temperatures.
mute so this doesn't deafen anybody.
Okie dokie. Yeah. Kit's just doing things. But yeah. Definitely love doing a bit of cooking from time to time. When I cook, I just do these big one-pot meals. Less to worry about cleaning up. Seriously, the only pot that I had to clean was a wok. I first boil the pasta in the wok, and then you just once you've made the pasta, put that in a container or the same dish you're going to eat from later, and then once you've cooked your meal, bingo, done. It's just one meal. It's just one pot. It's perfect. Yeah.
Grape flavored brain.
Grape flavored brain. Is that what you just said?
Yes. Yes. Why am I butt level for you? Hold on. Here we go.
Kit says some of the most damnedest, craziest things ever.
What? It's just because I don't have a filter. Hush. Fluffle, 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 fluffle. Yeah, no, I that's actually weirdly one of the things about me that people have.
Aw.
It takes a bit of getting used to. I don't have a filter, folks.
Yeah. He says
It can
some
be a
pretty
good thing or a
dirty
bad thing, or a very lewd thing.
Yes, we've definitely heard that even just today. I should probably quickly mention that
So
the Rune dude in the server. Rune. Oh! You mean the one with the weird rune, I'm trying to remember the name of the type of Icelandic or something runes as your name? Nova? If that's the case, that might explain who you are. It's all good. That's fine, neither do I. Meh. Yeah. That's all good. But yeah, an interesting one. I used to have a book based on that type of stuff. I used to be able to understand it. I used to be able to actually read it. It's just obviously over time I just never really found it. Yeah. But oh well. I've seen something that I might purchase, especially for camping. You can buy on AliExpress cast iron cauldrons. I don't mean something that looks like a shape of a cauldron, but it's actually cast iron, so you could actually cook with it. I mean the actual proper cauldron with a lid that you could cook up a soup or use to bake bread or do a whole bunch of things with. Oop, Kit's doing things.
yes, a Dutch oven.
No.
Essentially.
No.
Essentially
Think
a
of a
gigantic
cauldron.
version of a Dutch oven.
It's not as big, but
No, I know what a cauldron is.
yeah.
gigantic version of a Dutch oven.
Well, you can buy small cauldrons.
Usually placed over a actual fire, not just fucking... Yes.
These cauldrons...
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, the ones I've used are always fucking gigantic.
Yeah. You can buy ones that you could easily carry along with you for cooking when you go camping. Just need either a fire or a small burner.
Nice.
Gas burner.
By the way, hey, Volk.
Yes?
First off, where's the camera?
There you are.
Really quick, let's see if he gets the joke. Hey, Volk.
Yes?
Aw, adorable.
So he knows what a snoot rest is.
Just so you know what I'm saying, stuff to the chat about a minute behind, so since we're overseas from each other, it's okay. Yeah. I do my best. But yeah, I've been looking at buying one of these cauldrons.
Yeah.
They cost a bit, because cast stuff does, you get a decent cast pot, it's going to cost you a bit. But it is worthwhile, especially for camping.
Oh, yeah.
Because cast iron, or anything like that, it distributes the heat better than a thin steel pot does. Whereas a steel pot, if you put a flame or a gas burner underneath of it, it'll only heat the bottom of it. But the idea of something like a cauldron, since it's both cast iron and the bottom of it's round in shape, the fire or the heat will want to go around it and heat it evenly. So it's perfect for, say, baking bread and cooking soups and other such things, or boiling a pot of oil for frying. So you can make all kinds of things in such a pot. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, many people
it's almost like it was the most used... It's almost like it was historically the most used shape ever to cook with.
Yep. And before cast iron was a thing, they were made out of
Cauldron
ceramic.
was the universal let's cook.
Yep. Yeah. Pot.
My favorite ones were the gigantic black irons.
Oh, the massive ones that could hold like an entire meal to feed like an entire...
Those bastards.
Yeah.
I've cooked in one of those.
Oh.
That's what I was saying earlier. I've cooked in one of those.
Dang.
Oh, they are fabulous.
Nice.
The only problem is cleaning them after.
Big
Those
brush.
things weigh a shit ton.
Oof. Yep. They were designed
Not
for...
just big brush, holy Christ, the type of soap you have to use.
I can imagine. I've seen...
And yes, there is a soap, quote unquote,
that you use.
Is it like a type
It's
of...
essentially a form of acid.
lye? Something like that, they call it lye?
It's lye.
Yeah. That's a type of natural...
It's literally lye and water.
Yep. That strips off a lot of stuff.
It's a natural acid.
Yeah, be careful with that stuff. It's not good. It could strip the enamel off of your teeth.
By the way, for the record,
well, yes, that's why you're supposed to use one rinse of that and then like 10 rinses of normal water.
Yep.
Historical accuracy is required for cooking safely. That. Otherwise, you run into the things that stupid people died from back in those days.
Oh boy. Yep. But there are a lot of things that people have unfortunately ended them from due to untimely end from ingesting certain various things that should not be ingested. From heavy metals and, of course, well, various other such substances that we shall not need to name. Boss Tank Sight 1. Boss stick? Okay. Yeah. But yeah, you should see these, someone made one of those, made a, copper pot. Oh no, was it it was a ladle. Made a copper ladle using, blacksmithing, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Ladle.
Kit.
Yeah.
Kit being a...
I actually used to be into that sort of thing. I know how to forge things, like straight up
the old ways of forging. It is an intense workout, by the way.
Oh yeah. Occasionally I do a bit of cold forging with some of the metals, like say, oh god, they
Like hand
something.
forging?
Yeah. Got a decent quality anvil out in the shed and a ball peen hammer. It's only a light hammer, but it's perfect for getting just that right amount of bend into something when you hit it, that it's not going to either overdo it, but it's perfect that you can be able to just sit there and straighten out a piece of steel rod. Or some of the copper that I use for things. I had to straighten out a piece of metal to use for camping stakes. That's what it was for.
I actually still have the first knife I ever somewhere in my house.
Oh.
From ingot to blade.
Oh, nice.
First one I ever successfully took from ingot to blade.
All by hand.
Nice. Okay, A. Johnson, see you later.
It
and
was
also, A. Johnson says bye to you.
Just a dagger. Later, Johnson. Num num.
Or more accurately, I should say, good Nino.
Oh. But yeah, that'll be cool to see a picture of your dagger you made, if you can find it. Yeah.
Oh god, if I can find it. It was very pretty.
Oh, wow.
It took me weeks to do. It is just the dinkiest little.
It's just this dinky little athame.
It doesn't have any decorations in the blade. No, nothing. Doesn't even have a channel in the blade. It is the stock simplest little fucking thing.
I want to eventually
But
learn
I was
how to
so
forge
proud
things
of it.
the old-fashioned way too, for with no modern tools. That is something to learn. Too, Nova. That is a very interesting skill to learn.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I was just talking about. If you want to learn things like that, sorry,
it's all good.
My hands.
Yeah.
My hands did a thing. If you want to learn about that, if you're in the United States, look into a group called the SCA, or Society for Creative Anachronisms. They are a historical society dedicated to real-life realism. Down to the point where there are some segments of their group that go as far as to doing things like hand forging or cooking out of a historically accurate, historically treated, historically cleaned cauldron. Which, again, I've done. It's an insane thing. It feeds insane. You can a normal size cauldron for a house, just for one house, you can make like 20 meals in worth of soup in one fucking go.
Dang.
I used one to literally feed an entire camp of people.
Wow. Hello, CSAI Demi. Hello. Oh, my mum knows people in the SCA. Okay, Nova. Interesting. she has a friend that forged his own
Cool.
armor and weapon. Oh my god, that's like forging something like from a blade or a sword is one thing, but forging armor, that's something else. That is something else entirely. Yep, cat's doing something. Yeah.
Old.
Huh?
It is you.
What?
Or not script. A strange.
What? You're cutting out again, Cat.
There is a held for review in chat because it's strange.
What?
Oh no, just foreign font.
Okay. But yeah. Eh.
Yeah, no.
What? You keep cutting out, Kit. Yeah.
There you go. Sorry, just doing a mod thing.
Ah. Okay.
Look at your chat.
Here's the thing. I didn't see anything out of place. I didn't see a hell for review. Normally I do. You two did a derp.
Huh. It might be because you have a active mod in the chat.
Maybe. I might look
Because
into
I mean,
that
I
later.
know I don't see any of my held for reviews anymore if I have a mod in chat.
Okay. Well, that is a good thing, but at the same time, kind of a 50-50 with that one. But thank you nonetheless. Yeah. There we go.
do you
Morse
mean?
code. Oh yeah, cause Kit was yeah. I have
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
yeah.
I was trying to figure out what it was, but my eyes aren't that great. I swear to God, I need to get my eyes checked, and I probably need glasses.
Mm.
I couldn't tell what it was. I hit it for the sake of couldn't identify what it was. It didn't look readable to me. I figured you'd explain.
Yeah. 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 I have done a little bit around Morse code sometimes. But
Curious
yeah.
curious the what did it say in Morse code?
Yeah. What did it say? Oh, you're back, Andy. It's good to see you. Yeah.
Because now I'm curious.
Yeah. Oh,
Welcome back, Andy. Num num.
Yeah. Oh, has anyone ever you probably would know this. Have you ever seen one of those arrowheads that have a whistling tip? Never heard of them? They're a thing.
The only ones I'm familiar are called bone tips.
Ah, well, you can get actual metal ones.
It's a stone arrowhead with a piece of bone specially carved.
Mm.
And tied on, or essentially fused on with the arrowhead.
Yep.
Only ones I'm familiar with are Native American.
Ah, well, that's interesting. So you can
But
buy
yeah,
these.
no, they whistle quite well.
Yeah, I actually got a couple of them just to try them out. They were made out of steel with a little actual broadhead on them as well. So technically you can use them for hunting, but that makes no sense if you're making this noise as it flies through the air.
Nice.
But it might make some sorts of animals freeze in the spot from the sound, being maybe why they're invented. But the idea of them...
That's actually what it's for.
The other thing I remember someone saying about them historically, they may have also been used as a signal.
Good example. Deer will startle very easily.
Yep. Oh boy.
That too. but deer will startle very easily. So if you want to get a clean shot and have them just kind of freeze in place so you know they won't run, if you want to, it's literally just
Oh, yeah.
it just fire it off and you get this shrill sound suddenly. In the split second that they freeze, that's all the time it takes for the arrow to travel from the bow to their essentially their head.
Yeah.
Or more
Keeps them
accurately,
still.
cleaner shot would be to the heart.
Yeah. A lot of old bows weren't powerful enough to penetrate through
Yeah.
hard bone. But if you had a clean shot for a heart, it would go right through.
Yeah.
And something interesting.
Yeah.
So the material that a lot of arrowheads used was either one of two things: stone, flint in particular, or obsidian. Obsidian shards were connected to the arrow shafts using a material called essentially a natural type of glue. And this is made from pine tar and ash, which makes this type of hard-setting glue. And it sets when it cools down. So you heat it up with a flame from a candle or a fire, and you would then rub it over the pieces of material that you wish to stick together, and it sets like hot glue almost. Even harder than hot glue.
It's a hard set resin.
Yeah, it's impressive.
It's a hard set resin. Yeah, you're talking about the I believe that was the Aztec or Mayan, one of the two.
Oh, the whistle.
Used that.
Yeah,
method.
I know. Yeah, I know.
They also used it with chunks or with obsidian shards connected to
clubs,
paddles.
Yeah. I've heard of them, but there's something better as the Aztec death whistle. Yes, I've heard of the Aztec death whistle. It makes a screaming sound, and it's unbelievably uncanny, like an actual scream. Like, yeah, pretty close to it.
Do you know why they were able to get a whistle that was able to do that?
It's a multi-chambered whistle.
Their culture was very, very familiar with the sound of screams.
Yep.
Having a culture that delves into the cultural practice of human sacrifice.
Yep.
Learn to understand the sound of screaming.
But yeah, they made them. I remember if they were used in like battle lore and like something like that to try and scare their foes into running. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Very.
I mean, the sounds of death suddenly trumpeting or suddenly heralding the arrival of your enemy. Yeah, you're gonna want to run at that point.
Yep. Oh, but yeah, it's impressive seeing the architecture behind some of these things, how they worked. Like, especially the whistle that it has a multi-chamber system inside of them, and these were made out of clay. So they made these like multi-chambered whistles.
I'll have to look it up. I've never honestly heard of it before.
There's a lot of good videos that show how they sound.
I've never actually seen one.
There you go. Look them up.
Cool. I'll have to look it up, man.
Yep. Oh gosh, we've been streaming for over 2 hours.
That's actually pretty cool because
yeah. Damn.
You might be able to even buy one of those whistles too, from the right person.
You having fun?
Yeah, I am. Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun with you, bud.
Probably.
Yeah.
As for the Mayan or what have you things, the funny thing about that is, or I think it's Aztec actually.
One of the.
Or is it Incan? Regardless, there is a game that was
centered around a cultural practice from that culture called
Fahrenheit, or over here it was called Indigo Prophecy. Anywhere in Europe or in
Yeah.
Asia, it was called Fahrenheit.
Hmm. Was it their game
It
where they
was
had a
an
rubber ball?
interesting.
It was one of the first believed ball sports that was related around 2 different goals.
Oh, it.
That was the culture, yeah. You're talking about the game where you've got a vertical ring in the center of a court.
Courtyard with slightly...
And essentially a rubber semi-inflated ball that you're supposed to kick through the hoop.
Yep. They, I can't remember exactly how it works. But yeah. Yeah. It's one of the crazier things, but yeah.
Do you want to know the worst of the rules for that game?
I could imagine
because this
some
is
of them.
actually one of the cultures I've studied.
Oh gosh.
The losing team was typically
Sacrificed? Let me guess, that was the case. You there, kid? I think it had technical difficulties. He'll be back later, I'm guessing. Bugger. Yeah. Kit maybe just crashed. Just to let you guys know. Yeah. He ain't there. Oh well. That happens occasionally for some people in VR chat. Just it could be anything, could be Quest or VR chat or even his internet could have been playing up. So we'll just go back over here. And he should be back shortly. Yeah. It's all good, Kit. You take your time of coming back. It's just normal VR chat stuff. Oh, funny headset times. Yeah. Been there. Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, he just had issues. Just, yeah. Oh, well. And there he goes. He's just got to restart his headset. Which doesn't take him too long. A few minutes at most. If anything. Yeah. Aww. Goes gives tar hugs. Aww. Cute. I do actually have a tar. I actually have a few tars for VR chat. Some of them unfortunately aren't Quest compatible and haven't been updated in a very long time, but that's just because VR chat someone didn't update them. Here's one of them. Unfortunately, the tails on this just don't work properly because brr. Yeah. Pretty cool though. The other tar that I have, that works a lot better, and I'm actually surprised that, this one. This tar. It's a griffin tar. Works quite well and looks quite good. More more alphabet. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, Griffin. But yeah, that's just the avatar that those are just some of the tar models that I have. Oh well. Back to my uploaded avatars. Custom and bip. There we go. Yeah. Wish I could join you, but yeah. Home only have my phone. There's Kit. Yeah.
Okay.
VR
Where's the
chat.
camera?
Oh, wait a minute. I can fix that issue, Kit. And bring up stream camera again. There we go.
Okay, cool. By the way,
Yep.
the weird note about that game we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
One of the things about it was there was a ceremonial version of it wherein the losing team was skinned alive and sacrificed to one of their gods.
Yeah. Sacrificed. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. That
Yeah,
shows,
older cultures were pretty fucking morbid, but
Yep. Welcome back, Kit. Oh, yeah, Nova said welcome back, by the way. Yeah.
hey, thank you. Y'all should hear the rule about if you made a bad batch of wine in ancient Samaria.
Oh gosh, they would have been all over that. Because if I remember right, ancient Sumerians loved their wine.
Oh god, yeah. If you made a bad batch, the punishment was very, very severe.
I could imagine.
You had to literally drink the entire batch in one go.
Oof.
That sounds like a fun time for most people nowadays because most people will make 1 or 2 bottles of wine per batch.
But yeah, a lot of people
in ancient Samaria, we were talking a batch was something to the tune of like 7 or 8 gallons.
Yeah, that sounds like that person doesn't survive.
Usually, no. However, some people historically had.
Dang.
Those people were also heralded as gods. They were also technically heralded as gods, but I'm fairly certain they also didn't live long after the fact either.
Yeah, kidney issue, liver issues and all that alike.
That's probably the best way to absolutely destroy your liver.
Pickled liver.
Fairly literally, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. But that was
But
one.
yeah, no.
Oh,
I've got to start teaching you about some of the weirder sides of history.
Weird sides of history with Kit.
Well, no, you know how Scar likes to go into furry history and all that, yes?
Yeah.
I've always liked studying ancient and forgotten civilizations.
Yep. Oh boy.
Another good example of a law, and this one I actually like, was from Babylonian.
Oh.
If you insulted a man's wife,
oh,
whether behind his back or to his face, he had the right to take from you one of your teeth.
Ooh. You're not going to be talking smack about
Babylonians even had a special device
for
removing a tooth by without destroying the tooth.
Well, there you go. Well, he ain't going to be talking smack about his wife anymore. Oh boy.
Well, that's the thing. With rules that were that strict, guarantee you most people didn't disrespect people's wives. And most artisans who made wine made certain that they weren't going to poison people.
Yep.
Because, by the way, by definition in Samaria, a bad batch is a batch that actually actively poisons somebody.
Yep. Better brew good quality wine.
Think of it this way. If you've ever gone to Taco Bell and wound up with that feeling afterwards, that usually leads to a night or a day of just getting way too familiar with your toilet.
Oh boy.
In ancient Samaria, you could literally go back to that store and demand the life of the person who
cooked that meal.
cooked your food.
Mm.
Yeah. Could you imagine how very seldom that would probably ever happen again? Because nobody would be willing to try to cook that food.
Yep. That or whoever's the supplier of that particular ingredient that made you sick. Because I guarantee you some of the
Oh,
suppliers.
yeah, no,
aren't
that's
that
also another reason why in those cultures home cooking is a thing. Because these only pertain to merchants and their product.
Yep.
You can't be executed in those cultures for making a bad dinner. Although this was also a culture where the cooks were usually the men.
Ah, interesting. Yep.
I'm rambling, by the way. I do apologize.
Oh, it's alright, Cat. No. Love you, bud.
Snuggle the proto.
No. Yeah. That would be something interesting to see is, have you ever taken a, cast iron pan that got rusted and then used a 12-volt battery and a bit of salty water and used it to remove the rust? That's a thing people do. You can actually use a battery or a battery charger for a 12-volt battery and run electricity
Hold
the
on
right
a second.
direction.
Hey, Saidimi, really quick. Sorry, hold on. Saidimi, really quick. Please stop attempting to use Morse code. It's not going through. YouTube is censoring it, and it's only coming up as hidden.
Yeah.
It's automatically hiding it for review, so it's not actually being seen at.
Yeah.
It is amazing though that you were able to send those. I'm going to screenshot them
Okay.
later, so I'll show them to Volk.
Thanks. But yeah, please.
But yeah, no, it's weirdly
just YouTube
strange.
being YouTube. Yeah.
YouTube being YouTube and YouTube being a dick.
Yeah. That's something interesting is one of those ancient things I remember was how some of they're only just starting to figure out how they made ancient Roman concrete now. The reason why was what they added to the concrete and how they added it to the concrete. So here's something interesting. Roman concrete has some really impressive qualities to it. For instance, if it gets a crack in it, that crack can heal. It sounds impossible, right? Concrete that can literally heal up when there's a crack in it. Yet it's possible.
It's a semi-fluid.
No, not at all. It's actually because of the type of minerals added to the concrete. So, calcium.
Oh, okay.
They add pieces of limestone, not powder, but little tiny chunks. What happens is when the limestone concrete mix, this limestone's in the concrete, what happens is when there's a crack, the limestone that's spread through the concrete is exposed to air and water. It creates a type of mixture of minerals that fills in the crack. Interesting.
Nice. Huh? I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a really
I have to look into that more.
Yeah, they only started recently discovering that. It was due to the way that it works. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of ancient history like that has been lost to the ages that people are just now learning.
Yeah.
I know one guy who was actually experimenting to try to figure out how they made Greek fire.
Oh, yeah. That's an impressive recipe, that is. Here's something else that
apparently
I found
still hasn't come close.
Here's something else. Ever heard of a ancient Roman type of plant that went extinct? That was a type of spice that was added to foods or other things.
No.
The Romans couldn't get enough of it.
I know there's a couple of them, though.
Yeah, I know there's a couple of them.
Here's the thing. They believe they might have found living ones.
I know there's one that was very, very...
Mm.
Ooh.
They may have found living ones. So,
oh god, if they have.
Yeah. So one of these plants, there's a lot of there's even there's diagrams of what they look like. It would allow them to reproduce foods that haven't been tasted in centuries. There's a lot of people out. There's a channel that I watch on YouTube that does a lot of historical foods that were made through the decades. Some of them things like garum, which is a type of fish sauce made from fermented fish.
I have actually made garum. That shit's
gross to make, but tastes wonderful.
Yep.
I think I know which one you're talking.
It was on one of the recentest episodes. It was on one of the episodes.
He was a history teacher back when, right?
Tasting History YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yes.
He was talking a bit about it recently. He didn't say a lot about it though.
God, what's his name? My brain just died. What is his name?
Don't know, but that's the name of the channel.
It literally the other half of the name channel is.
Yeah.
No, Max Miller.
Oh, okay. I'm going to Melbourne for a Kiss Symphony concert. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to go now and join Discord call with a few friends. Okay, Nova. You have a good time, bud. Bye.
Later, Nova. Num.
Yeah. But yeah,
Also, since I haven't yet, just...
Cat being adorable derp.
I had to numb the camera.
Yeah. But yeah, a plant that was once thought to be extinct.
Dog, why are you just staring at me over there?
Dog behaviors. But yeah, think about a spice that was.
I mean, I know we can get approximations like close possibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for some dishes, very specifically, like some very, very, very old dishes.
Yep.
We can get close approximations of what they might have tasted like, but we found the actual herbs that they used.
Yeah.
Then we could make exact replicas. We could make exact dishes from
completely from scratch.
Hundreds to thousands of years ago.
Yep. There's a lot of
but yeah, no, I know it. I know depending on where in history you go back, like how far back you go in history. Like, for example, there's a lot of shit that has gone extinct since Sumerian.
Oh yeah.
But not so many as Greek, because Sumerian were like a couple 100 years before this.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty cool though. Might go do it.
Yes.
But yeah, it's like
that's actually part of why I like studying history.
Oh yeah, their food and their culture.
Nums from time.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the things, like for instance,
God, studying a country's culture is the easiest way to learn about their
food. Oh yeah.
Oh God. Oh, my introduction
to India as a culture.
Yeah?
Done. You mentioned bread, and it just immediately I thought of naan.
in an hour. Yep, 2. Yeah. Sorry, someone was talking to me. Yeah. It was nice seeing
It's
you
okay.
again. You too, Nova. It was good seeing you. See my name in Ingalls? Huh? Yeah. Anyways, the window some of the things, like, for instance, some of the ingredients are just so interesting. There's, like, for instance, I was looking at, there's different types of spices.
Hey,
Eh?
hold on. Hey, Sai.
Yeah.
Typically, I don't know about Volk, but I have a policy of I don't repeat things verbally that are in possibly other languages that I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
So sorry.
Try to keep it in something that I can understand.
Too many
Sorry.
people used to go around streamers trying to trick them saying naughty shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm normally very careful with certain languages, especially ones that I have no familiarity with. Yeah. Here's something interesting. Renard, he knows a bit of other languages.
Yeah.
But he understands German. Here's the funny thing. Since he's Dutch, he can understand it because it's almost similar. Here's the funny thing I realized. I could understand some of the things he was saying because the language has similarities to standard English. If you listen to some languages,
Yeah.
certain words that are spoken have similar sounding.
They're the same.
Yeah.
Hindi is literally the same way.
Oh, interesting.
One of the things is it. Remember back a couple weeks ago, we were watching a movie, and I mentioned one of my favorite movies is from India, but it's Disney, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the movie is called Roadside Romeo.
I think
Holy
I've heard if you say that. Stingrays.
Yeah,
There we go.
Stingrays. I'm gonna go down here. Excuse
There we go.
me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. It's some of the word. I was watching it one time, and one of my friends actually was in the house and started listening and went, "Why can I understand like every 10th word?" Well, because every 10th word is essentially one that is universally the same in both the Hindi and English.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the slang "guys."
Huh.
Slang is actually something that bridges
Oh, yeah. Some languages.
a lot of verbal barriers because well, no, a lot of languages, if you use the slang "guys," it's like, hey, you, all of you,
Huh. How about that?
right?
Yeah.
The word for guys in Hindi is guys.
There you go. You learn a little bit, eh? But yeah, oh my god.
Yeah.
There's something I swear that is universal throughout most people. Although it's not in the same language, most cultures have a form of bread. It's a very universal food.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually one of the things when you said bread earlier. My first response was just immediately none.
Yeah. One of the, like, you go to
One
various...
of my favorite breads is naan bread.
And yes.
One of the things that got me interested in it.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's a place in Nelson, or there's a town from a few over from me, that has a food court that I go to. whenever I go there, I buy this garlic flavored flatbread. It's Indian made and it's like freshly made every day. It tastes amazing. It's got garlic and it's got this like little bit of oil, but it's not too much. It tastes just right. Oh my gosh. That is
just
really
a
good.
little bit of chew, but still nice and fluffy.
Yes. Exactly like that.
Is it by chance just a little bit of chew, but still nice? Yeah, it's a rendition of naan.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, very nice cooking. They do.
There's actually that
Really is the only word that comes to mind. Comes to inbreds. There are a couple different ones. I just can't remember the names for them.
Parmedums,
But-
flatbreads.
Yeah, no. Every culture has its own.
Potato bread. Then there's things like your standard loaves of bread, which a lot of different cultures have different recipes for. They'll cook in certain ways. Egypt even has its own types of breads, which are impressive in their own right. Unbelievable. They actually had something similar to a sandwich back in the day.
Would you like to know a bit of? Yeah. Would you like to know a bit of weird history from my family specifically?
Go for it. I'm always interested
and
in hearing.
again, ancient history of my family. These are
people I don't know their names at this point because they're so far back in history.
Okay.
But
I have family who are descended from Americans. And one of the things that they taught me when I was learning how to cook,
there's this Native American bread that is literally just water, fat, and flour. That is, it's not quite a dough consistency, but it's not. It's almost like
it's almost like a pancake of fucking bread dough that you place across and lay across a large stone that's been in a fire. At which point, once you've put it on the stone, you drizzle water over the stone around it, and it cooks into this sort of. It stays for a very long time. It's very chewy. And freshly made, it's just, oh my god.
So
good.
Imagine that being really good.
But yeah.
Ooh. But yeah, oh my
My
god.
great grandmother actually
made some of that shit for me fresh, and it was just
amazing. Oh, one of the breads over here that sometimes is made uses potatoes. Sometimes we use even sweet potatoes or kumara, which are a type of tuber similar to potatoes in their own right, but they're more sweeter, as they're sometimes called, sweet potatoes. They'll use those to make a type of bread.
They almost have the sweetness of a yam. They almost have the sweetness of a yam, but do not mistake a sweet potato for a yam. Sweet potatoes are starchier, they're a little hardier, and they're a little less sweet.
Yep. Almost like, it's kind of like pumpkin in a way. Almost.
That is actually because of where I grew up. Yeah. That's one of the foods that's very, very common where I grew up. Sweet potatoes. Oh, there are breads that you can get from around here. A lot of my family is from all over the place, but one side of my family is various places in America, both north and south, but specifically Ireland. Or Irish.
Nice.
Like a whole chunk of my family is from Ireland.
Yeah.
I have cousins literally in Ireland.
Similar too of that.
And I sent one of my cousins a sweet potato bread recipe. They absolutely lost their shit.
Oh. Oh. But yeah, Sweet potatoes were actually
They
first
loved it.
introduced. Here's something interesting. Sweet potatoes were first introduced to New Zealand by the native people of our country, the Maori. They actually brought them over from where they came from originally when they first found New Zealand.
Nice.
Yeah, it's an interesting fact. Learning a bit about the
Oh yay!
the first people of New Zealand, which were the Maori. Maori? I'm probably butchering that a bit, but some of the food they cook is quite an interesting one. And for those that don't know, one of the things that are cooked is called a hangi, which is a sort of earth oven. What they do is they first dig a big hole in the ground, then they get some rocks, they make a fire in the bottom of the hole, and then put the rocks in there. The rocks get really hot and hold that heat for a really long time. Once the fire burns down, they then put food in the hole wrapped in leaves and then bury the entire thing and leave it for a while. You then come back later on, dig it all up, and you got yourself a huge meal that can feed an entire tribe. Yeah. Pretty cool technique.
I'm guessing one of the tricks to this is when everything got reburied, the dirt that was put over it probably should have had a little bit of moisture.
Possibly. I don't know for certain. But I'm guessing the leaves that they use to wrap the food in.
Because think about it, it would essentially steam cook.
The leaves, and also here's the other thing I've heard of.
That would add a little bit of moisture as well.
Here's the other thing they use.
Oh, it would be like a dirty tamale.
Yeah. Here's the interesting thing. They used seaweed in some instances. One of the types of seaweed we have over here is called bull kelp, which is this really thick, leathery kelp. And what you can do is you can slice it, and there's kind of like a hollow in it, so you could shove like an entire fish inside of it and essentially steam cook it on a fire. It's a thing. You there, kid?
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck. But yeah, no. By the way, Ed, off on a weird tangent.
Yeah?
A lot of people would complain about there are weirdly a lot of people that would complain about one of the things I was going to bring up next, because there are some interesting foods from
all over the world that are, you can identify where they're from
immediately.
Yep.
One of my favorite ones is gyoza. Ever had it?
Never heard of it. What is it?
Closest approximation in Western culture is hot stickers.
Hot stickers?
What it is it's a ground up. It's a ground up pork meat.
Yep.
With ginger, bok choy greens or similar greens, all minced together, and then kind of wrapped in this fine dough, and then cooked for a little bit on one side, or correction, they're laid out in a pan.
Yep.
The pan is heated up with a little bit of oil.
Yep.
There is then water or wine or what have you, a thin sauce added,
allowed to boil out, and then a dressing oil, like sesame oil, is used to finish them right before they're brought out. So you've got these kind of nice, kind of rubbery dumpling things on one of three, or two of three sides, where the third side is this nice, crispy, crunchy.
Oh, nice.
And inside you've got a nice, meaty filling with a bit of chew.
Ah, yeah. Nice. Oh, you're back, Eddie Johnson. That's good. Hey, good to see you again. Oh, This is a recipe I saw
Hey,
not too
Johnson.
long ago on YouTube.
But yeah, no. Oh God, I love gyoza.
Which reminded me of that. What someone made was
Hmm?
think of like making like a kind of batter out of mashed potato, and then kind of like putting stuff inside of it, like cheese, bits of meats, and other such stuff, and then putting that inside of a pan with all the stuff stuffed inside of it, and then using that as a sort of kind of like dough, frying it on either side like a patty, and then once you've got that cooked, you've got yourself like a cheese-filled meat with potato on the outside, all crisp, with a nice moist piece of meat inside of it, with a nice kind of cheesy taste. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds.
Yeah. That was the thing I saw on YouTube a while ago on the shorts. Someone was making a meal. I was like,
God damn it! Now I'm hungry again.
"Oh, poor noodle hungry." But yeah, that was one of the things I saw on YouTube shorts. At first, I was like thinking, "Oh, this is
Don't
gonna
worry,
be
I'll
one of
wind up
those."
getting something to eat.
I thought, "Oh, this is gonna be one of those meals that's like either really just someone shoved a ton of cheese into something and made a meal that just looks horrible." But no, it actually looks all right. Sometimes the YouTube Shorts community can actually put out decent content.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a load of garbage. Yeah.
I need to quote Morbo here.
Morbo? Why does that name ring a bell?
I'm
Hoping you don't know what the fuck that means. I'm assuming you don't know what that means.
it's a thing from Futurama. I have to quote Morbo here and point out that even some of the ugliest foods can be beautiful on the inside.
True. That is a true fact, everyone. Some of the most weirdest looking foods.
I
can
have a
taste-
very particular food in mind. I have a very particular food in mind when I say this.
Okay.
Because it is the one food that I know for a fact that everyone that hears it thinks, oh, that is gotta taste fucking weird. Is one of my favorite foods if made right, and technically is illegal in my country.
Oh no. I'm guessing it has something to do with the ingredients.
Called haggis.
Oh, haggis. Yes, I've heard of that. Oh,
It
boy.
is. It is sheep lung, heart, and various other meats stuffed into its own stomach,
Yep.
tied off, and then well, all of that meat, by the way, stuffed in there is mixed with various herbs and something called suet.
Suet. I'm guessing that's a type of.
It is
like,
then tied off and then boiled in a
Wine or water or a
mixture of the few. I'm guessing like that.
it's sort of like a thickener.
Oh yeah.
It's a mixture of essentially fat and flour. It's a roux.
Ah.
And then this whole thing is placed into either a wine or water or juice or something. I think I've had it once with plum, which was weird. But yeah, no, it's then boiled, and afterwards it's cut open and
eaten.
It's really good.
I'm guessing the reason why it's not legal is either because of the stomach or the lungs. I can't hear you. By
Lung
the way.
meat.
Yeah, I knew it was the lungs.
It is not legal in the U.S. to use any meat of the respiratory system of a.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't think they sell lungs over here either for that exact reason.
Now, bear in mind, if you want to try the closest approximation or the best approximation, yeah, if
if you want the closest approximation, get the same ingredients, but instead of lung meat, you can still get heart. Heart is a nice, rich meat.
Oh yeah, that's a strong, good
You
meat.
can still get heart. You can still get what is called mutton shank.
You see, it's like liver or something.
Yes.
Ah,
That is approximately what it's about as hearty as the lung meat was. Take that and a little bit of the liver, and you've got the closest approximation to it.
Okay, it's an interesting thing.
So just substitute out the lung for a little bit of liver and shank.
I'm guessing a lot of cultures would have done something similar with their ingredients when it comes to. If they didn't have one, they.
Oh,
yeah.
also, there have to be oats inside it too. I almost forgot that one.
Yes, I had a feeling that it would have some sort of a grain or something like that to it.
The whole point of the oats in it is the suet is supposed to soak up all the juices that these are in the stomach. Yeah, it soaks up the meat cooks out a bunch of juices into the stomach. The grain soaks it up, and it makes this kind of nice doughy consistency.
Nice.
My favorite one to put in there is barley.
Ooh, sweeter.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the
Welcome
things,
to a taste of Ireland and Scotland.
One of the things that because occasionally I go camping, I would make we would make this kind of bread. We normally would take with us not a pot, not a pan, but a wok. The reason for that is it's such a versatile cooking implement. They're fairly easy to get your hands on a decent cheap one. And you can always boil water in them. You can always cook an entire meal.
God, yes.
And what we would do is we would make what's called fry bread.
I love wok cooking.
We would fill the bottom of the pan with a few mils of oil.
They're one of the most versatile pans ever.
Oh, yes.
Oh. They're one of the most versatile pans. Fry resin.
Oh, yeah. And I set it over top of the gas stove.
I'll let you explain.
We set this over top of the gas stove. And what we did with this is pretty cool. We first would boil up we get the oil nice and hot, so that we'd take a little bit of the dough and would stick it in there, and just if it starts instantly fizzling, we knew the pan was at the right temperature. And we would then take about a palm-sized wad of dough, flatten it in our hands so that it was nice and flat, and then just gently slide it into the pan and flip it. Just keep flipping it so that it wouldn't burn, but it would get nice crispy on the outside. It was still doughy on the center, but crispy on the outside. Damn delicious. And after we cooked ourselves a good helping,
it's got that nice, almost gooey. It's got that nice, almost gooey kind of fluffy center.
Yeah. We use I think self-raising flour for that one, but you could just use standard dough if you want it more doughy.
I swear to God, I know I know a couple of the things I'm making after the stream.
But yeah, what we did was because we didn't obviously have a fridge or a chili bin because we just walked in on foot where we were.
Or if you don't have self-rising flour, you can take a teaspoon of
yeah. Well, we just used what we had, but anyways, we took salami, beans, a little bit of cheese, I think, and we mixed it all into a pan with a few spices after the oil was mostly soaked up from all the cooking of the bread, or frying of the bread as it would be, because it's fry bread. And this was made into a very beautiful, we then made it kind of like a beans and meat mix that was brilliant with the fry bread. We just sat there with the pan on low temperature, so there's just enough of a flame to keep the food warm while we just sat there eating it.
Hey, you should check out chat really quick.
Oh, happy birthday. Thank you, K-Barman. It's always good to see you. Thanks.
Bar said happy birthday.
Yay. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely will say this.
Sorry, by the way, if we haven't been looking at chat, we've been making each other hungry.
Oh boy. Oh, definitely. That was one of the more interesting things. Oh, technology-wise, have you ever seen one of those tapes that were used as demagnetizers for tape decks? They're a thing. They were put into a tape deck player. They have a little battery in them. Looks like a tape. They were normally clear.
I know.
You know? You've probably seen one. They were made by one of the companies with a 3-letter name. They're like 3 letters for their name. Funny little
I
icon.
remember the one that we had, a demagnetizer, was it.
They had like a thing on them that said, "Do not
IBM,
turn on."
yeah.
It said, "Do not turn on audio, otherwise it might damage the audio from the device." Yeah, it was designed to, because a lot of over time.
I remember we had one for VHS that did something similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were designed to remove the white noise to help reduce the white noise from various tape players. And for anyone that used to play tapes and used them quite a bit, you would put one of those in, turn off the volume or turn it way down, play it for a few minutes, and what this would do is it works as an electromagnetic demagnetizer. Simplest way to explaining it. Because it would remove all the background noise that the audio would produce from them. But that's some old tech that you probably would have seen. Maybe you didn't even remember seeing it. Maybe it was just one of those things that it existed, but you just... Yeah.
God, hold on. I am being assaulted by 40 pounds of dog.
Oh no, doggo. Doggo jumped on Kit.
Sparky, you may not come upon my lap, you derpy boy.
Might have been wise to close the door.
Oh.
So you don't have random dog intrusions.
Yeah. Overzealous puppy just crushed my knee.
Oh.
Ow.
Poor kid.
Oh no, that's the thing. I haven't been able to get him out of the fucking room. He hasn't left since he's been standing here fucking sulking about this cone for the last 2 hours. Just standing here.
Poor
staring
thing.
at me. Hi, yes, I see you.
The black void dog.
I know you were unpleased with the state of your cone.
The cone of
Don't
shame.
give me the do not look at me in that tone of voice.
Well, there goes a duck. Fish duck.
Do not look at me in that tone of voice.
Puppy eyes. I'm guessing he's giving you the puppy eyes.
Fish duck.
Yep, that's a fish duck.
Yes.
And whimpering occasionally. And sulking and has his tail between his legs.
He's being a pup. He's just wanting you to do... Wants you to remove the cone of shame.
What the shuck is that?
God. Yeah, we'll be ending the stream shortly, I think.
Yes, he does.
We've almost been streaming for we're nearly streaming for 3 hours now. It's like, 2 hours and 54 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. But hey, Kit, guess what?
Damn.
Thank you for coming to my stream.
Damn. Well, welcome to what I do twice a week.
Yep.
What's up?
Hugs.
No problem, man. I mean, hell. It was your birthday party.
Thanks.
Fluffles, fluffles, fluffles.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it, man. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Breaks the Wolf.
Why am I yawning? Hello, fish.
There's the text keeps misspelling. Sorry, it's okay.
There's a giant
Breaks the
fish in
Wolf.
front of the.
Yes, there is.
Or at least for me, there is.
Yeah, I saw it too. We'll just rotate this way then. There we go.
I'm in a fish.
That's some words. But yeah, it's good to see you, Breaks the Wolf. We're probably going to be ending the stream soon. But I want to just say thank you for everyone that has been coming to my streams lately, and especially today on my birthday. I really appreciate everyone that managed to come. Yeah. Fish. Yeah. Yeah. If anyone wants... Yes?
Hey guys, as a gift, you should go over to his Discord and give him all the hugs after stream.
Yeah. Yeah. I should one of the things that I should say is technically I'm another year older in this fandom as
Who's
well.
inviting me?
Yeah? Someone invite you? Puppy, I'm guessing.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm another year older in this fandom.
Yeah, no. Firefox.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Apparently, I've made an impression.
There you go. To send a response to someone on on VR chat, you'd go to that invite.
I got the
request.
response, or got the invite of if you're bored.
Yeah. But yeah, you can able to send a reply, which is a little thing next to the accept thing, which is like a 3-dotted button, I believe. And you can send a message like saying like I am busy or I'm with someone else, or yeah, you can able to send them a message in response. Oh no, it's a little wee curved arrow. That's what I remember it as. And it will allow you to send a message saying, "Hey, I'm currently with someone."
Just did.
There you go.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah, it's a very helpful tool, so you don't have to it allows people to know that they actually got the invite, but they're currently busy. Very handy tool. And that way you don't have to send me a message on Discord and half an hour later I actually read it and go, oh, that's what you're doing. It would be good to have something set up for VR that, say on Discord you have a thing that people that you want to receive a DM from and want to know that you're getting it, it sends a little wee notification to the display on my headset as just a tiny little notification icon going, message from Discord. Yeah. Something you can easily toggle on and off as a setting. Oh, woo to you too, A. Johnson. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll be ending the stream now, but I want to say thank you to everyone that came today, especially on my birthday. And also thank you to Kit for managing to come in such short notice. I really do appreciate him. He's been he's been quite a great friend to me, especially the last few years. He's been helping me with a lot more than just what you guys probably see.
Hey, you're one of my friends.
Thanks. He's been a great friend to me and vice versa. Yeah. I also want to say...
you do the same for me, so...
Oh, hell yeah. Of course.
Do the same for me.
I've helped you.
You've been there for me just as much as I've been there for you, man.
Thanks.
If not more.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah. If you guys want to help me out in any way, I do have a whole bunch.
Just remember, everybody.
True friends stand by you.
Yep. True indeed. I do have below my thing below my description. If you want to send me any gifts such as money or anything, I have that there. I also have a PO box if you want to send me any mail. Yeah, I've got that set all up. With that all said, I want to say a big happy birthday to me and all the rest of the people that have been helping me. Yeah. I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my birthday today. I want you all to have a brilliant day, and if you wish to talk to me, I'm on Discord, and so is Kit. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
And also, happy day. Very happy.
Yep.
Bye. And there we go.
Oh, woo. Now,